Hi everyone. It's been almost like a week since I've been live on YouTube. So how are you guys doing? I'm sorry that I just didn't have any time or capacity to get on and like update you on what I was doing in Houston, but I had a very mentally exhausting, physically exhausting, wonderful, amazing, life-changing time in Houston when I was at the Grace Hopper conference. Let's talk about my personal growth first of all, and what I did to really put forth the effort of growing a little bit and learning a bit more about my life and growing a bit while I was in Houston. So the title of this video is Let's Talk About Forgiveness, and then maybe also let's talk about second chances and third and fourth and fifth and as many chances that you have to give someone, because it's not really about them, it's about you. And it's still kind of hard for me to talk about because it's hard for me to admit that yes, sometimes I could be self-deprecating, and the way that I respond and act to things aren't necessarily the best for me, and that's something that I realized this week. So what I mean by that, the first thing I did before I went to this Grace Hopper conference, I swallowed my pride and decided to extend my hand once again to people that I thought didn't like me for any kind of reason, or didn't want to include me, or made me feel isolated and secluded. So I sent an email to a bunch of people that I work with, a bunch of people that I've worked with in the past, and majority of those people were people that turned their head when they saw me, or went the other way when they saw me at work, and just in my mind just did the most to not interact with me and not be around me, and it really hurt my feelings. And there were times where I've given these people second chances, third chances, and I've extended offers and really tried to make it work with them for you know, many times, and so of course I naturally had that response and that reaction of, well, I'm done giving my energy to somebody who isn't going to even say hi to me, and I perceived that as being really mean and hurtful. And I decided, well, I really want to change that attitude. I really want to grow while I'm at this women's conference, so I'm going to send an email and say hello. I sent an email to this big group of people and said, hey, hi from Grace Hopper. I'm the only one here for my team, and it's great to see such a big turnout from our organization, and I would love to meet up with you all. I haven't seen you in over a year. I haven't caught up with you in over a year, and it would be great to say hello to you. So if you see me in the hallway looking a bit lost because this is my first time at this conference and it's huge, please stop me. Please say hello. Please say hi, because I would like to catch up with you. So that really took a lot for me to put forth that effort again, but I want change, so I did it, and I'm so glad that I did, because it really changed my life this week. A few people replied to the email and said, hey Cora, so glad you're coming here, can't wait to catch up with you. And I saw a lot of people from my old team that I worked with that were happy to see me, that were excited to see me, that asked me questions and really wanted to know how I was doing and how my new role was, and just genuine about the questions they ask, and it really showed how much they cared. Now, there were people that still didn't make an effort and still just seemed like they didn't care to talk to me, and I'll be honest, that was really hurtful. And there were people that I had to tap on the shoulder and say, hey, how are you? And that took a lot out of me as well. I didn't want to do that because I guess I was holding a grudge, or I guess I had the attitude of, well, why aren't you talking to me? I'm here, I'm making the effort, can't you see that? And I decided not to be that way. I decided to say hello anyways, and I decided to give these people second, third, fourth, fifth chances, and say hello again. And it really made a big difference. And a good friend of mine was the one who invited me out the very first night, and I almost didn't go out because I didn't feel included because nobody else invited me out. I didn't feel included because I wasn't part of a group chat. I wasn't. There were so many reasons why I felt not included, but I decided to look at what was, and look at the one person that invited me out, and took it as a invitation. And so I did. I went out, and I really you know, took that time to like realize that, hey, not everyone has to invite me out, not everyone has to involve me, but don't dismiss the one person that does. Because one person is better than none, right? And don't discredit that one person just because you don't have the credit of everyone else, or because you don't feel accepted by everyone else. Don't discredit the one person that does accept you. And that really helped set the tone for the rest of the week at this Grace Hopper conference. I really stepped out of my comfort zone this last week, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And throughout the week we hung out a lot, and I saw a lot of people that in the past I felt very hurt by, because I felt they weren't including me on things, and I didn't have the capacity to think of maybe why that person isn't contacting me, or their perception, their side. It was all about how I was feeling, and I felt upset, and that's something that I learned this week to look past. And my good friend told me that I should continue giving chances, whether it be a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, a fifth chance, however many chances that person needs to heal themselves. Keep giving chances and keep extending your hand, and when that person is ready to be a part of your life, then that person will be a part of your life. And it really, we talked about a lot of really heavy stuff this week, and one of the things was about my mother. And without going into too much detail in this video, because it can get really heavy and I don't want to cry too much, but I want to forgive my mom. I want to forgive her, and it's really, really hard to even say that out loud, to even admit that, but I want to forgive my mom. And I guess it's kind of selfish to say this, but I want to forgive my mom because I don't want her to die and me have this guilt and hatred towards her. want to forgive her, and I want to let go of the hate I have in my heart. And that's what this week really taught me, is to really let go of the hate and the hate. I can't think of any other word to describe how I feel. But I want to get rid of the hate, and I want to forgive people. And forgiveness is a really hard pill to swallow. And it's something that, it's not necessarily forgiving the person for what they've done to you, but it's letting go of the pain and the suffering that you feel from the person that made you feel that way. And that's something that I guess that's my new journey now, is forgiveness. And I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm looking forward to the healing process. So anyways, on that note, I also signed up for another marathon kind of training thing called a Spartan. My trainer is doing it. She made a group, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do a Spartan with you. I'm excited. Yeah, guys, just think about that when maybe you're feeling some type of way towards someone. Maybe think about what they're going through. All right, thanks for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye.